Okay. Hopefully, okay yung mic. Uh, anyway, I woke up early because I slept early. I think I was asleep by 8:30 or 8 or earlier than that because sabihin ko ba yung totoo? Anyway, we're here to discuss about life. Before I do my walking and my gym, uh, nagla. Anyway, let's gonna make this quick. Uh, okay. Well, what happened to me yesterday? I was like practically dead all day. As you can see, hindi ako pag hindi ako nag-post sa Facebook, ibig sabihin something is wrong with my body. Okay? Or tulog ako or probably I'm also like depressed. Kundi ako nagpo-post. Baliktad nga eh, 'di ba? Dapat pag depressed ako or may problema, dapat nagpo-post ako to voice out what I feel, correct? Pero hindi eh. Uh, it's different. You know what? I love the sunrise. The sun is rising. Hindi ko lang magalaw to computer, no? I love mornings. I don't know. You know what I dreamt about? It's so funny. Uh, Ito bago ko gumising, I can still vividly remember my dream. By the way, sabi nga nila, the people who can vividly remember their dreams have special powers, especially in their being clairvoyant or in their brain. So that's an asset if you remember your dreams. If you don't remember your dreams, then medyo mahina ka. Okay? Now, let's go to the dreams. You know what? I woke last, nandun daw ako sa isang territory. Well, I was in the US. Weird, no? I was in the US and then I bought land somewhere, somewhere in Vegas, somewhere in the desert or whatever. And then exactly, it was like a 413 square meters lot. Sabi ko, ano ba yung nabili ko? Pero alam ko yung nabili ko mura lang. It's not expensive. And then, ito 400 square meter lang. Sabi ko, yeah, is it near a resort that, you know? Parang I was speculating that there will be a resort na tatayo na parang Resource World, whatever, yun yung pumapasok sa utak ko. And then, sabi ko, is this enough, the land that we bought for the development? That is what. And then, it was morning, umaga na yata, I was walking, and then I saw an old house, yung gawa sa kahoy, yung country house, barn in the US. You know how those are. But it's not really a big barn. It's just like, old houses na made of wood, na may mga tambak pa. Imagine mo na, naisip ko may mga tambak sa bodega, yung mga lumang kahoy nandoon. And then there's this like people serving breakfast, but their restaurant's only good for 4. And then dinaanan ko yung isang house. Tinatawanan ko yung bahay, and then hindi ako natatawa, pero I was like happy to see the house And then this old couple were serving breakfast for 4 people. I really want to get in and have some coffee, pero sabi ko, oh, puno na. So what if I go to the next house? Do they serve breakfast or not? So yung ganon. And then I woke up. I woke up and I thought, when I woke up, every time I wake up, okay, I don't I don't know the time. That's I don't have a sense for time. There are times I have, but there are times I don't, especially if I slept irregular or I slept early or whatever, no? So anyway, well, this thing happened, okay, about my dream. And then sabi ko nga, ano, karoon ng US visa? Kasi wala nga akong US visa eh. I haven't applied yet, no? Sabi niya, parang lumabas sa dream ko na parang basta parang biglang naayos and then I got out the airport. Parang ganon. So anyway, uh, so what's happened? Okay, now how does this relate to my life? It relate to my life because it's morning now. I want to walk. I love early morning cafes. Um, for me, it's iba yung feeling mo. Iba yung feeling mo na you're drinking coffee with wise men or yung, alam mo, yung mga nagko-coffee sa coffee shop na maaga, mga matalino yan eh. And people who wake up early are, people with good brains, you know. Anyway, so actually I need to discuss a lot of things because a lot of things has been happening lately. Uh, but probably I'll just cut this into what do you call this? 2 parts. Mic, same. Wala naman akong microphone. Anyway, this is what happened. Okay. One of my friends, of course I won't mention you his name, gave me this marijuana gummies. Okay. Meron talagang marijuana gummies na matatapang. I don't know if they're made in the US or they're made somewhere else. Okay. So lately, binigyan niya akong 3 piraso. Okay. So what I did, because I was so tired, I think Friday night, because I came from, yung mga deliveries for my beach resort na hinahabol ko to operate. Isa pa yan, no? That's bothering me so much. As usual, eto ko, ayaw ko magpatalo. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about that later, no? About me trying to finish the resort before Holy Week, which is like what? How many days away? 5? Anyway, so let's go back to the gummies. Well, gummies, it's packed with ano ba yung component ng marijuana na nakakahilo? Na tinatanggal nila yon eh. Para sa medical marijuana. Pero that gummies is full of it, no? The problem, okay, ito, gusto ko kasi ikwento, no? Gusto ko ikwento. I took it, kasi sabi ko, I wanna relax. Because pagod na pagod ako ng Friday because ino-organize ko, I've been talking to some bales and then, and some other businesses that I'm doing. And then, of course, I was playing with my dogs. And then, of course, like, I have to do something. Siyempre, pag doon ako sa bahay, gawin to, gawin yan, gawin to, ayusin to, ano to, kalat na to, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so pagdating ko rito sa condo ko, no? So, I just want to relax. So, wala naman akong wine, wala naman akong uh, alcohol. Sabi ko, what if I go outside and drink probably one beer, and then I'll take one half tablet of Bogadon. Then, sabi ko, wag na, pagod na ako. So probably, sabi ko, I'll just eat a little. Kumain ba ako? Parang hindi yata. Anyway, so what I did was, so there's this gummy in my rep, no? Natira. So actually, binigyan niya ako tatlo, pero naiwan pa, it's one and a half. So, hindi naman ako talagang, I'm not really, well, it's, if I want to have fun, I'll be, ubus na yan, no? Pero for me kasi, I only take it as needed. I'm not the type who's gonna be addicted, okay? I never have an addicted uh, gene. Maybe it be sex, maybe it's drugs, maybe it's alcohol. No, I've tasted all the drugs, but I never got addicted to it. Kasi for me, kung alam kong pangit, pumapangit ka, or feeling mo pangit, or nagmumukha kang tanga, at nagmumukha kang bosabos, I stop it immediately. Or there's some health consequences. No? Now, pasensya na yun, hindi ako nasuklay. Kagising ko lang. Anyway, tawag dito, so you know, yung effect talaga, you know what, the last time I really went high into that, no, was really when I could still remember it. It was way, way back years ago. I think that was like what? It was more than 20 years ago. Now my brother gave me this fucking brownie more than 20 years ago. I think I was still in Bel Air. I know I was still in Bel Air. Anyway, he gave me this brownies, and then forgot the year. Was it before I went to the States or? No, I think after I went to the States. Anyway, so sabi niya, ito, a little piece of brownie, gano'ng kaliit lang. It's wrapped in a foil. Tapos, hindi ko na inano, hindi ko kinain because there's no need for it, you know? So, anyway, going back to that brownie, so it stayed there for a month. I think a month and a half. So it was just there in my room. Yung pala yung brownie na yan, the more na patagalin mo, the more it gets fermented. The more it gets like more potent, no? So, then nag-iya yung kapatid ko from the US, sabi niya, let's go watch comedy bar, like Laugh Line, mga ganon. So we went to Kansas City. And sabi ko, halika na. Sabi ko, hati pa kami. Sabi ko, may brownies, ito yung binigay mo. Hindi ko pa naubos. So halika, let's take it. Half tayo. Half, ganun kaliit ha. My God. Kinain namin sa house. Then we went to the comedy bar. And then it was Pooh. I can still remember it. Pooh was the one who came out. Simula nun, tawa lang ako ng tawa the whole night. And then there was a time na sumobra talaga yung tama nun. Wherein I was running out of breath, and then nilublog ko yung sarili ko sa beer. because it was really getting high. And then I was having a dry throat. And then yung consciousness mo, napuputol. Yung kunyari, what I'm doing now, biglang pagtingin ko dito, pagbalik ko sa'yo, yung para bang, ano ba ginawa ko? Yon, yung effect. So, at least alam nyo, kinikwento ko sa inyo, no? Yung para bang, tawa akong tawa. Then, it came back to me like, teka muna, ano yung joke niya? Ba't ako tumatawa ngayon? So, it went that way. So, yun yung tama ng hemp. Okay? Let's call it hemp. I forgot the chemical. But, kinuwento ko sa inyo because it came back yesterday because of that fucking candy na kinuha ko kalahati po. 1/4 lang kinain ko yata kagabi. The problem was, I have this uh, I have this hemp na, not hemp, but tea bags from Thailand, made of supposed to be marijuana. So I took it as well. Hindi ko naman alam na magko-combine yun, di ba? Na para bang, I thought I was strong enough. You know, kaya ko yan. So I slept. Of course, like, but of course, ano dun yung mga trip-trip mo, no? Especially like, if you like sex, then it becomes vivid. Parang nagiging totoo yung, ano. No? Anyway, so I slept, then I woke up, then ayun na. Yung para bang, my mind was distorted. My mind was like, may ginagawa ako, and then pag talikod ko, teka muna, ano yung ginagawa ko? Teka na, pumunta ako rito, ano yung hinahanap ko? So it's something like that. The effect was like a discontinuity of what you're focused in. In short, kung ano pinopokus mo, hindi na focus na. Okay? So, what I did, to cut the ano, no, because I don't like it. I really don't like it. Para bang, I'm drowsy, and then, you know, I'm forgetting what I'm doing. And then, anyway, it was Saturday, it was a Friday, wherein I was supposed to just to receive order for a rubber mat. But I think they declined it because like nobody will take off the mat from Lala Move. So hindi na tuloy yung ano. Pero sabi ko, it's okay because like I'm not sure if those rubber mats is gonna fit uh the new beachfront property that I'm developing. Anyway, uh what do you call this? So yun, no? So what I did was I drank coffee as usual. Then I drank so much apple cider vinegar with water. Then I ate a lot. I ate para lang ma-dissolve yung tama nung ano na yan, nung gummies, no? So later after I ate bangsilog, I became a pig. Kaya nagluto ako ng yung tira-tirang nilaga, nilagyan ko ng mga dahon, gulay, cilantro. Then I boiled eggs. Then yung may bangsilog. Then I ate my ice cream na tira na ano, chocolate ice cream. And then, yun. Yun yung mga kinain ko kagabi. Then I felt better nung late in the afternoon. So, it was okay. But you know what? Okay. So yun yung masamang part, right? And then, of course, I think it has to do with my vivid dreams this morning, no? So actually, it develops your your brain because there are psychedelic drugs. You know, marijuana is still in the category of the psychedelic drugs, wherein it bridges the left and the right hemisphere of your brain. Usually, etong dalawang hemisphere na to, they don't communicate. But the artists like Beethoven, uh, and the painter, you know, geniuses like Einstein or uh, sino ba tong famous painter na to? Well, not Leonardo, the recent one. Um, I forgot his name. Most of the artists, their brains communicate with one another. And sometimes before, you know what, how LSD was discovered? It used to be an antipsychotic drug. So it means to say it makes your left brain and right brain communicate. So they would have access, uh, more coordination with the brain, especially they use it for like strokes, whatever. So that's how they discovered it. So so a lot of the hippies actually during the patubot tayo sa hippies, di ba? A lot of the hippies. So let's talk about the psychedelic drugs. So I think this is some patukoy to. Let's talk about life later on. So during the hippies, during the 70s, so nauso yan, yung mga acid, LSD, Seconal, uh, I think Johnny Winter died of Seconal. Uh, Basta all these psychedelic drugs, no? Which actually I haven't tasted it. I haven't, hindi ko natikman na. Because those are for the rich people only. Um, ang para sa mga mahihirap noon was like the cup syrup lang. And then of course, damo, and then downers, and yun yung mga drugs before. Walang mga shabu pa noon. Shabu started during the 80s. So anyway, so most of the parents, like even Hillary and Bill Clinton, were hippies. So I guess they also took this, no? Obama, and most of the politicians now in Washington they were part of the hippie group. They were like most of the politicians now are what do you call this? Baby boomers. Yeah, baby boomers. So they were born after the war, World War II. So those are the one controlling the governments. So kita mo na liberate tayo. They open up the rights for a lot of people, indigenous, gay people, lahat yan, equality for PWD, senior, blah, 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 blah. Because their brain is kind of open. Okay? Nabuksan yung utak nila. Of course, pag they remain addict, iba na yun, patay na yun, or brain drain. Okay? But these people who tasted a little bit of those things and then live life to the fullest, excelled in their whatever they're doing. Because nag-open up yung brain mo. Tumasabog yung brain mo. The communication of the neurons and the developments of the neurons are activated to become alive. Na-activate lahat yun. Because of this, yung mga psychedelic drugs. No? So yun, no? Alam mo, actually, there was like a podcast about how to make your brain smarter, or paano mapipilit yung brain mo na have an artistic side, or to experience deeper meaning in life. Hindi naman lahat ng tao pinanganak na malalim. Hindi naman lahat ng tao na pinanganak may genetic na artist. Hindi naman lahat ng tao merong capacity to be intelligent. Okay? Most of the people, especially, I'm not saying, well, there's a lot of poor people who excel, correct? Majority of the people don't have it. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry to say it, but that's a fact. Most people, they don't have the capacity to be an artist, to think deeper in life, or to actually realize what living is or what life is all about and what our connection with nature and God is. Only few brains will have that capacity to realize it. It's either through work, it's either through traumas, or either through drugs. Tatlo yun. Or you have the gene. You have the gene is fucking what? 0.05% of the population. To have an Einstein. Okay? So unless, some people, the easiest way is to take psychedelic drugs. If you want a deeper meaning in life, of course, meditation. Isa pa yan, yoga. So if you do deep meditation, asanas is yoga postures, and then you do fasting, then madidevelop mo yon. Even your sixth sense, your being clairvoyant, madidevelop yon. It can be developed, okay? Which a lot of people are not talking about this, okay? But I had experienced it. I had experienced sort of these psychedelic drugs, not the LSD or acid. Ito lang, itong marijuana lang to. Yung, I forgot what it's called. Yung, the one which makes you hallucinate and which makes you laugh nonstop. Okay? And then I experienced the same thing as yoga. You know, I did extreme yoga when I was 18, 19, wherein I fasted without water every month for 24 hours from sunrise to another sunrise. So I will stop eating upon waking up, and I will only start eating upon waking up the next day. Okay? So I know fasting long time ago without water. Without water, Because ang explanation nila, well, it's taken from the Hindu. It's taken from India. These practices of yoga, meditation, and were taken from the Bhagavad Gita, no, the Hinduism, because they were so advanced before Christ. Okay. So anyway, so sabi nila, if you meditate deeply, wherein mabablanko mo yung utak mo for 30 minutes, then you will develop this ability to be clairvoyant and to expand your brain more. Because and then your stomach, no? You have to control it. You have to give it a rest. That's the reason why we do fasting without water. Kasi pag may water pa din, yung stomach, ngumunguya pa rin ng tubig. Okay? So the best fasting, kung gusto mo talaga, na talaga real fasting, although, of course, the coffee and the liquid fasting is okay. Better than not fasting at all. Fasting is really good. No doubt about it. It can heal cancer. It can heal arthritis. It can heal everything. Okay? Ay nyo na makinig. Matigas lang ulo ng iba. But the best cure is fucking free. Okay? The best food are the cheap ones. Diba? Kamote, munggo, malunggay, tokwa. Diba? Talbos. Diba? You don't have to buy spinach. So, anyway, let's talk about that, no? So, about consciousness and, being deep in life. The problem is, with me, I don't know, actually, kung malalim na ako nung bata pa ako. So, or na-develop na ako ng yoga. Okay? Nung nag-Ananda Marga ako when I was 18, 19. Imagine mo, nagme-meditate kami sa cementerio. Ganun ka-extreme yung yung tawag namin doon data. He's like a guide. He's like parang pastor ng isang sect na Ananda Marga. Yun sila yung mga naka-orange. Anyway, this guy likes me so much that, kasi pareho kami taga-Lasal. So he gave up his life. He gave up his smoking. Probably he took drugs. I think he took drugs. He was just in denial, and turned into yoga, into extreme. Alam mo kasi may addictive personality. So when he joined yoga, it's still an addiction. It's still over. So natuwa naman ako sa kanya sa over niya, no? Na para bang let's meditate. You know what? He took me to a cemetery. Although di ako takot sa multo. Nagme-meditate kami sa cementerio 12 midnight. Siguro yun yung pagsabi nila to conquer your fear. Okay? But I don't have fears with multo. I don't have fears if you kept me in the dark. Okay? I'm more scared of light people. Okay? Hindi ako takot sa dilim or sa multo or sa spirits, For me, because hindi ka nila mahawakan naman eh. Hindi ka naman nila maano eh. Kung bumulong-bulong lang sila, so what? You can't touch me. Ako yun. Get it on. I'll drink my coffee. Multo. O sige, join me. That's my analogy. Anyway, let's go back. So, naging malalim ba ako nung bata ko? Was I like, what am I? What? Ganito na ba ako nung bata pa ako? Or nadagdagan yung nag-yoga ko, na-develop ko yung being clairvoyant ko, or pagsundot-sundot ko ng certain drugs before na ano ba yon na develop. I would attest sa yoga, yes. Na-develop talaga yung yung sixth sense ko, no? Pero okay, let's go back to my childhood. Childhood ko, it was kind of traumatic. Because I was the youngest, then my parents were always fighting when I was young. Kasi uso pa nun yung mga violent reactions sa mga magulang. Pero ngayon bawal na yun. They were always fighting, and then if not, my lola would be fighting with my mom, blah, 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 blah. There's always fight in my house. But I learned to seclude myself by putting a wall and not hearing them and not being affected by them. Kaya kung meron mang kunyari na-trap ako, may isang, kunyari, may talagang ina-accuse ako, ikaw, yung pinaligiran na ako. Yung para bang, I know how to make myself disappear. Okay? That's my talent. I will not get affected, whatever you do. Ano saksakin mo na ako? Of course, tatakbo ko or I'll defend myself, right? So, yun. So, besides that, nung bata ako, I used to play war. Matatawa ka. Kasi yung may mahjong table, naalala niyo yung mahjong table. Tapos meron sila yung parang papel. Pagtapos na yung mahjong, pinupunit lang yun. There's a new sheet that they could play on. You know? So, ang ginagawa ko doon, until na magmadjong, ginagawa ko ano yun. Dudrawing ako ng lapis ng mapa. Mapa ng mundo. I'll try to create a kingdom and then mag-away sila through gera, tapos ganito, until balusog niya, then magiging territory niya na to. So, those were my toys. And then, yung chess. Yung chess, di ba may king and queen? Ang ginagawa ko silang kingdom. So I'll go to the garden, tatayo ako sila ng parang cave, at yung kingdom nila, tapos lumayo si queen, tapos ganito, tapos nagbaha, lalagyan ko yung host ng garden, may baha. So that's how I was playing when I was a kid. It's kind of strange because I was the only one doing it. I was probably, well, a lot of kids are doing it, creating a kingdom, and they would fight. So I think that's, for me, it's kind of off because like I haven't spoken to anybody who has like uh, did the same thing, like create a kingdom or what. So then I couldn't forget it. So I grew up in a Catholic school, St. Paul's, no, St. Paul Makati. It's in Poblacion. So nung grade 2 yata ako, grade 3, may religion. Siyempre, religion. It's a non-school. Then, sabi nung nun, si Sister Teresa, imagine mo na, alala ko pa. Sister Teresa said, down there is hell. Up there is heaven. Sumagot ako. Taas ako ng kamay. Hi, sister. Sabi ko, if you're saying heaven is up there are the clouds. After the clouds, there's the moon. After the moon is space. So where's heaven? So anyway, because I was a nerd. So I know the planets. I know geography. So yun lang, para bang, nagtaka lahat yung para bang, ba't tinanong mo yun? And you're still young, you know, na looking for heaven. So I kept on asking those questions when I was young. Ayun, parang mali. Parang mali yung sinasabi niyo. So, siguro, matanong na ako nung bata pa ako. I have this capacity to ask, to be hungry for knowledge. You know? But not all the time. There was a time na gusto ko lang magwala, magloko, minom. There was a time, grade 3, bumagsak ako. I took summer classes. Then grade 4, tumalino ko. Grade 5, tumalino rin ako. Grade 6, lalo na. Then I went to grade school in San Agustin. Grade 7, I was average. First year, yan, gumaling na ako. Second year, lalo na, geometry. What do you call this? Trigonometry, I was number 1. I got a perfect score for trigonometry. I was good in math. I was good in logic. I was good in rationalization. So probably that's my talent. That's my brain. I had this gene inside me, which is good for analyzation, logic. So up to now, I'm still doing it. I'm still like patterning, putting ideas from one place to the other in a more logical and rational way. I don't go for beliefs. I don't go for hypotheses. I go for facts. I go for scientific studies. I go for what's out there, what's reality, and not through theory or belief or forced to believe in. So I'm not that. Okay? So, di ba, imagine mo from that fucking gummies, naputin to, ano natin sa, ano, no, sa life, especially life ko, no, na sumasabong, no? Uh, One more thing, no, a lot of people are telling me, why are you, Nico, you're so funny, you did this, you did that. Ang sabi ko lang, you know what, why won't I do it? I will only live once. My years are, ano pa sa English yung bilang na yung mga oras mo? Wala, no? uh, your years is counted? No. Kumbaga, bilang na yung mga oras ko. You know, I've said this so many times. You know, a lot of people are scared to die because sabi, ano, kasi nagpakita siya, namamatay siya. Eh ako, I don't care. So, mamatay ako, di mamatay ako. So what? Thank you. Goodbye. I'm off. I'm not scared. Of course, I'm gonna leave my dogs. You know, kawawa naman sila. But I assure them they will live until they die. Kung may mamanahin, sila magmamana. Anyway, so you know what? All of us are scared of death, but you know, we shouldn't be scared of death. That is a cycle. We are born and we will die. And the one in between that is life. What's it called life? You know? Now, either you make your life quality or you don't exist at all. Imagine mo, pinanganak ka, nabuhay ka, mamamatay ka. Tapos, after that, tatanong mo sa Diyos, ano ginawa ko? Ano ginawa mo? Nag-aral po ako, tapos ng high school, lumandi ako, nag-asawa ako, nabuntis ako, binuhay po namin yung mga anak namin, tapos po, iniwan kami, hindi ako inalagaan, iba, alaga, ante, nagkasakit ako, nagkain po ako ng kain, sabi nila, kumain daw na kumain, kahit may sakit, na alam ko katarantaduhan pala. Every time, you know what, I see these fucking movies na, oh, may sakit ka, kumain ka naman. So why the fucking being is not eating because the body is rebuilding itself. You don't need to fucking eat. When you have diarrhea, you don't eat. When you have fever, you don't eat. Akala nila eating will solve everything. That's not true. Tanggalin niyo sa utak niya yan. Eating is not everything. You're eating because you are feeding your body, not for the crave. You abuse your mouth too much. Ito naman akong sermon, no? Where was I? Ayan na, 6:30 na. Araw na. I have to do my walking. I want to visit Salcedo Market. Then I'll go to the gym. Then probably I'll leave for until Holy Week na. I will leave for Subic, Sambales, because I'm monitoring and I'm doing. There's a lot of business out there that I'm doing. I'm gonna look at this San Latera, wherein probably my dogs can live there. Ano pa ba? I forgot the topic what I was talking about. Yeah, no, it's about be expanding your brain. About life. Okay, so let's continue about life. Yeah, just imagine. So, tumanda ako, kumain ako ng kumain, diabetic ako, hanggang namatay ako ng heart attack. Diba? Or kinain yung pa ako. Because I cannot stop my foolishness and my addiction in my mouth. I cannot stop my mouth and my tongue. That's why I died. Isn't that funny? Namatay dahil adik ka sa bunganga mo. What a way to die. Imagine mo nabuhay ka and then you did not do anything at all. You did not even explore your passion, or you did not do anything. It's kind of funny. You did not do anything great. You did not even, did something which can, out of the blue, sumunod ka lang sa society, sumunod ka lang sa religion. Uy, bawal yan, nakakahiya. Hindi mo dapat sinasabi yan. Hindi mo dapat gawin yan. Hindi to, bawal, 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 bawal. Stupid. Diba? Marami bawal, of course, na ikapapahamak mo. Bawal tumalon sa building. Siyempre, patay ka. Diba? Bawal tumawid ng walang pedestrian or walang go signal. Correct? Mamamatay ka, masagasaan ka. Pero yung mga bawal-bawal society na, ba't mo ginawa yan? Ba't ginawa to? So, I'm just explaining why I'm doing things which are beyond. Things that akala nila, minsan hindi nila alam sinasadya ko. Okay? I'm gonna reveal you a secret. Magaling ako umarte. I can pretend, kunyari galit ako, just to get what I want. Pero actually, hindi. So after baka ko na yung ano ko, goodbye. So that's what I do. I can act, I can do stupid things, I can do foolishness. And I have the freedom to do that. Pinaghirapan ko yung freedom na yun. Pinaghirapan ko na kahit awayin kita, hindi mo ako mahahan. Dahil sabi kong bahay. Di ba? Sabi kong bahay. And then, I have full security. You can go up to my floor. You can go up to my floor. Walang key card eh. Kahit tumawag ka sa labit, magbakaawa ka, hindi ka napapaakitin. They need my consent to let you up. Di ba? Kahit sabihin mo gusto mo akong patay, paano mo akong papatay? So that's the key. Then, I go from place to another place without even scheduling. Because I don't work. I don't work in an office every day. I report to different offices. And I have my own office. So anyway, that's life. You do the things you love, you do crazy things, because that is what's gonna keep you alive. Okay? If I'm blogging, why are you saying that? Nakakaya. Parang ina-admit mo na you've tasted this fucking drugs before. Yes. What? What? Bakit? Sumikat naman ako Di ba? Nalaglag ba yung mukha ko? Nalaglag ba yung mga ngipin ko? Buo pa rin lahat ng ngipin ko. That's the problem. Ang hirap mag-floss. Di ba? Ilan yung pino-floss ko? May bridge lang ako dito, 2 ngipin, and that's it. Lahat to buo. So, I had a good dentist, but now I don't even go to a dentist. I don't even have cleaning because I have my good microbiome, and I have a protective microbial film which protects my teeth, even though I don't brush my teeth. Okay? That's another topic. Huh? Of course, nag-yellow yung ngipin ko because of coffee and wine. Well, wine sometimes, right? And nag-stay na yung mga luma kong tawag dito, pasta way back during the 80s. Imagine mo, yung pasta ko 40 years na. Is it 40? Yeah, 40 years. So I haven't changed them. And I didn't have any pasta for the last what? 30 years? So, well, one cue is like I stopped using fluoride. I stopped using toothpaste for the longest time. I'm brushing my teeth with baking soda for the longest time. And I'm gargling with agua oxinada. Yung iba pinagtatawanan ako ng una. Ngayon, it's a fucking fad. Correct? Noong una, pinagtatawanan niyo ako na vegetarian ako. Noong 70s. Correct? Ngayon, it's a fucking fad. Pinagtatawanan niyo ako dati, kumakain ako ng tokwa. Pinagtatawanan niyo ako, nag-yoga ako. Pinagtatawanan niyo, nagme-meditate ako. Now, it's fucking fad. Hollywood is doing it. What? After 50 years? Diba? Ang bagal naman ng fad. So, bata pala ako, I was reading Charts of the Gods. Okay? Bermuda Triangle. Thanks to my biology biology teacher who introduced us to this kind of knowledge. Remember, during that time, we don't have the fucking internet. We don't have Google. All we have is a fucking library full of old books. So we're gonna get your journal. We get our newest journal before from, ano ba ito? Ano ba yung magazine na scientific magazine? Life, yon. Life magazine. Life magazine is the one, kung may mga new discoveries, doon ka binibili talaga yan. Tapos, and National Geographic. And Reader's Digest. Yan, yung mga, that's where we get our info during the old times. Okay? So, yun yung mga panahon na yun. No? So thanks to him, I was educated. I was open up to aliens. To, well, I've seen them. I've seen their chips. Pag tumitingin ka sa taas, you can see them. Problem is we don't look up. You're always looking down. Or you're looking straight. Don't even look down. Ako, I look up and I look down. Kaya dami ko napupulot na pera saka coins. Kasi pag tumitingin ako eh. So, that's one advantage of looking up and down and not only looking forward. Okay? I think masyado mahaba ito. I need to cut because it's so hard to download this. So let's talk about life and the other factors which are yung mga ano ngayon, mga news and yung mga what's happening now in the world. No? I haven't checked the inflation. I haven't checked the stock market globally and the currencies. So far, it's flat until I'm waiting for the big showdown from the financial market. So right now, malakas pa rin yung pwersa na to save it. They're putting money in the stock market para hindi bumaksak. So because if they put in money, they save more rather than losing and selling. Okay? Nagbago yun. That's another topic to talk about. So I think that's it. No? I have to do my exercise. I have to do my push-up. I'll start with push-up again. Okay? That's it. Probably if I have time later on, before I go to Subic. I have to reschedule also my meeting there.